Ready.
Okay, so the first question is, has anybody in your family been involved in the United States military or government prior to your involvement?
Yes, my father was in World War II. He fought in World War II. He was in the Army Air Corps. My grandfather on my mother's side also was a POW in World War I, but 1940s on my father, he was a master sergeant. He got out in 4 years.
Okay. And so, what influenced you to join the military, whether it was cultural reasons in the United States at that time period, or your family history, since you had
A little bit of both. We're a very conservative family, patriotic, I guess you'd call it. And the Vietnam War was on, and I was the second year in college at the time, and I was undecided what to do, and wanted to get involved. And my uncle was a Marine, and I forgot to mention in World War II also. He said if you want to go over and be trained, the best way to be trained would be in the Marine Corps. So he was responsible for me being in the Marine Corps. I blame him.
Okay. So, what was the mood or atmosphere of the country at the time of the Vietnam War?
Yeah, it was 1967 when I joined, and the war had been on for a couple of years. And there was some turmoil in America. You probably studied the racial problems in America, so there was a little bit of that. So when I was in Vietnam, some of that got into the military, so there was a little bit of that. So you were either for the war or you're against the war. So there was a lot of peace demonstrations in 69, 70, 69 and 70. When I came back from Vietnam, there was mixed feelings about us being there. Yeah.
Okay. So, what is one main experience regarding the war that stood out to you the most?
You probably heard the stories, but probably two things. One is my experience with the infantry for 100 days over there. I was a pilot, a helicopter pilot, so I was on the air side. I got an opportunity to work with the infantry for 3 months. I think that opened my eyes up to what the war was like on the ground. My most, I guess, experience was the helicopter crash I was in when my helicopter was shot down over there, and the amount of effort everybody took to get us out of the bad situation we're in. The effort whenever somebody goes down or somebody gets wounded, everybody helps out and try to get you out of there. So the teamwork involved in that, plus those two things, understanding the big picture of what the infantry does, and everybody supports the infantry soldier. And my working with the infantry, the younger guys, I was only 21, they were 18, so I was a little older than them, so I got to see what they felt. So those two things are the most important experiences. Yeah.
Okay. So, what is or was your opinion on the U.S.'s involvement in Vietnam?
Well, it was all about communism and the spread of it. I was always anti-communist ideologically. Still am, I think. The war itself we didn't really do what we wanted to do over there. The North eventually came over and took over the South, and so communism spread in Vietnam. So we didn't do what we intended to do, I think. It was protracted war. It was a police action. It wasn't called a war. I think we're in for the right reasons. I think eventually what our goal was to stop the spread of communism in Europe. It worked. Southeast Asia really didn't work very well. I wasn't happy about that.
And the last question is, was it difficult for you to reintegrate into society after the war?
No, but I was, when I started here, I was surprised to see that there were some of the teachers who were anti-war. I guess I should have expected it, but I didn't really. And that surprised me a little bit. It wasn't hard for me to integrate. It was just some surprises I noticed. So I think it matured me a lot to the military.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.